But for a Cholo, it was different. My first car was like an 87 Monte Carlo. And Georgie's mom, my oldest son, Georgie, her uncle, they all were mechanics rebuilding lowrider cars. So I had a primer, Joey. Oh, it had the luxury edition headlights. You know, I was a Cholo back then. It was,
Did your car bounce?
Nah, I wasn't
No
fucking like
hydraulics,
that. Now,
like
I
that?
only had it for like 8 months because the fuel exhaust was too fucked up and I didn't really know about that shit. And my girl was like, I'm getting fucking headaches sitting in this car.
So my comedy car had the exhaust.
Yeah.
I had to pull over and take a nap every hour on the hour. I'd write a suicide note. I was like, Brody, I was all fucked up. I had to drive one night from Northern Oregon to Seattle. It was a 4-hour drive.
In that?
It took me 9 hours. Oh. That was a terrible. It's the reason why I drive a Subaru today is because it's the best car I could drive for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And number two,
it's safe too, right?
it's real safe. I know what I do to cars.
I got you.
What I did to cars from 1979 to 1990 was just absurd.
Not even putting oil, not giving a fuck.
I took care of them because I paid for the cars. But the dents,
Oh, okay.
the crashes, the
Yeah.
blown up, the blown up fucking, the thing that spins,
Timing belt?
the timing belt.
Yeah.
I blew up cars, 20 that I remember. And there's got to be another 10 that I don't
Jesus,
remember.
I get in cars with you all the time.
I had the worst luck with cars. I had a car light on fire by itself.
Yeah, one of my cars lit on fire
The
too.
first car I broke, the engine blew. Another time I had a van that got caught in an electrical wire on the street. Only that could happen to an idiot like me. When it snows in New Jersey, you lose the traction. And I wanted to make a U-turn on the hill.
Oh,
And the fucking bumper of the car got caught in the electrical wires. The reason why I'm still alive is through the grace of God. And you know me with the radio blasting, trying to pull, and the tires and fires coming.
Yeah.
And dog, I went on. I'm like, holy shit! Thank God there's 3 kids coming by, and I had like $4 in my pocket, and they helped me take it out, pull the van back, and undo that. That van, I think, blew up somewhere. You know how many people I worked for gave me cars, and their cars were great. Like
And
nothing.
then you just dug
That's
them
how I
out.
got there. That's
Like
how
a
I got-
hoe.
My foot is the size 13, and
Oh,
it's heavy.
shit.
I'll never forget. I worked for a car dealer. I worked for 2 car dealerships back to back that I had to quit because I blew up their cars.
No way, just
was
for
a
driving
used-
them home?
There was a used car lot that I took the car to Wyoming in the snow, dog. I worked for these people just for the car.
Yeah,
They were
so
these
you just
Mexican
worked to
dudes.
get the hustle to take the car.
They loved me because I speak Spanish and I would sell cars. And I told them, for me to work, I got to get a car that would just drive to work back and forth. I ain't taking no bus. And they were cool with me. First car they gave me had its own problem. They gave me like 4 cars in 2 months. And the last car I took to Wyoming, on the way back, that motherfucker was smoking. dog.
what are you doing to these? How does this happen?
I barely made it to work Monday.
Oh my god!
And I could feel like the needle was on fire. And
Yeah.
shit. And when I got there, I touched the hood and my hand almost burned and it was snowing. It was 20 below zero or something.
That's what saved the car.
And I pulled up and I just left it there. And I said, I walked in, I go, guys, I got that big comedy break. They're like, what are you talking about? I go, HBO called. In fact, I'm on a plane right now. Good luck. Thank you. I'm going to use you as a reference. They're like, thank you, man. Where's the key? I go, did you fill it up? Yeah. And so I pulled off. Like 20 minutes later, my page was going off. Come back. What'd you do to this fucking car? So I was blown. Then I went to work at a Jeep Eagle place. And I took-
Imagine when they went to go touch the hood, dog.
Bro, I went to work at a Jeep Eagle place. They put me in a brand new fucking car. I went again to do comedy up in Vale or something one night. I had to sleep on the side of the street. She didn't put you up. So I just pulled over to the side of the road and put the heat on. and
Comedy
slept.
clubs didn't give like features.
That wasn't a comedy club. It was a one-nighter up in the mountains.
Okay.
And they gave the feature and the headliner. They told me when I took the gig, but I
Yeah.
still took it just to be a hardhead.
Yeah.
I took the gig just to work, and I'll never forget starting the car in the morning and it was like 10 below, and I started the car, now warming, and I was running late for work, and all of a sudden I hear, and the fucking whatever, the
Oh, you're talking the serpentine belt now, that big one that
That
goes on
big
all.
belt
Yeah.
snapped. And
Oh yeah.
I called him, was running late, and I made up a story, and I just finally go, listen, I quit your cars and van. Like, what the fuck is it doing? I mean, I just had horrible luck. When I got to Boulder, I didn't have a car. The deli zone, the dealership, the food place lent me that delivery car. They were so kind. They would close the shop at 8. I would come at a quarter after 8. And they go, we don't want to leave the car out. Take it. And I would go do comedy with that car at night. That's how fortunate I've been.
Hell yeah.
And I would run to different places. The last night I drove that car, the lights blew out. Then I bought an Acura. I thought I was Johnny Bananas. I bought an Acura. That car is still laying somewhere on some side of the fucking road. I was going to a Denver Nugget game, and the rim broke. Jeez. So I had to go to the Wolf, Mike Kessler, give me the keys to the dealership so I could steal a car from the lot, bring it to my house, take the rims off and the tires, put it on my car, and then bring that car back with the fucked up rims.
Yeah.
Guys, I've done it all.
Oh, those are all OG crimes.
In 94, I bought a fucking... What was Toyota? Nissan.
Oh, Sentra.
It was, before
Toyota
Nissan,
Celica.
What was it before it was Nissan?
Datsun?
It was a Datsun B210.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was tough as nail. That was my first real comedy road car.
It was reliable.
That car got me from... I bought it with 150,000 miles, dog.
Whoa.
And that car was mint. That car gave me another 100,000 for a year. And hard. The only thing that happened to that car with me was the frame broke in Nebraska. That was it. And then finally in Seattle, I crashed into a car. So I was driving to the contest, and I was going uphill. And there was a dude, and I rear-ended him. And he came out, bro, I just bought this car. He had just bought it. He had just drove it off the lot.
Oh.
We exchanged numbers. I never heard from him again. Never heard from him again.
Did you give him the real number?
Yeah, I gave him the real VIN number, my insurance. I told him my insurance. I made up some insurance information.
I was gonna say, did you have insurance?
Yeah, no. I had no insurance, no registration, no. I've gone through cars, Joe.
I know what you mean, dog.
So for me, like when people bust my balls, like Joe Rogan, you need a Cadillac. For what?
Yeah.
I already had a big car. Look at the right side. It got more dents up in the front than fucking...
He said he drives by sound.
I drive by sound. I got more fucking dents in my car than what's his name got in his head. And I just said, no more. I don't see the... Once you learn the real value... Listen.
You're just going to mess it up.
First of all, I don't buy cars. I lease them.
Okay.
Once my credit got back to good, I started leasing cars.
Why? What's your theory behind that?
You lease what depreciates and you own what appreciates.
I got you.
You know how much the value, you know how much garbage a car is?
It loses like 1,000 when you leave the lot, right?
As soon as you leave the lot.
More than that.
More than that, 1,700, 1,800. It's just a beat up thing. And that's why I've always told people, if you have the means and the credit, lease, because you're renting the car.
Okay.
First of all, if you go buy a car, go over there and tell them, I want to put $5,000 down. And I want to get that car. And they'll come back to you still with a $450, $480 payment. You're just throwing away money, money after. If you take that $5,000 and take $4,000 of it and put in a CD and take that $1,000, you can lease a car and get your payment. It's lease it. It's less by the month to lease than what it is to own. When you own a car, you don't really own it, Chico.
Yeah.
For 5 years, the bank's got that title.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't own it when I lease either. Exactly my point.
Mm-hmm.
Abe Lincoln said, you lease what depreciates and you own what appreciates. What appreciates? A house, real estate, stocks, bonds. A car just goes backwards from the time you buy it. Unless you have a Toyota or a Subaru in Colorado. Once the snow touches the ground, your car goes up in value $1,000. Toyotas and Subarus, yeah. It all depends. In the summer, you could steal a Subaru. In June, you could steal a Subaru for sticker price because it ain't snowing.
Okay.
You go. Just tell the guy, if I don't see the sticker, I ain't buying it. They'll come out and show you. Can we make 100 over? Can we make a little profit? I'll give you 100 over sticker. I'll finance the car. Somebody else, you don't make no money on the financing. But when you own a car, you don't really own it. So now you're paying 5 years for the fucking car. And once you buy the car, now you own a car that's 75,000 miles, 100,000 miles, and you put 2 dents on it. Now you own that car. Now what did you accomplish? In 2 years, I get sick of driving the car. So every 3 years, you just pass it on. And the first time, and what you do is you go with a car family that's good to you. So you keep renting the same car.
Yeah.
And you go between 2 or 3 different models. Subaru has 4 different models. I just get a different model every 3 years and try it out.
And they don't trip on like the beings and all that shit.
No more fucking down payment. Because the one from the last car carries over.
Oh
All you
shit.
gotta do is carry your keys. And if you're smart enough, the payment only goes up $5.
Okay.
$5 or $10.
Damn.
You could do that every 3 years.
I do different shit. I go to those, those auction things, and I bring my homie that's a mechanic.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
And we go, and because they let you take a look at the car, you just can't sit in it, but you can look at it. And he's just like, "All right, homie, I already know that one." Like the one I have outside, I got that for $600. 2010 Nissan Altima.
Damn.
And then I put $3,000 in a new engine, a new everything, and now that car's gonna last me 12 years, 10 years.
You want that car in 10 fucking years?
No, I just give it to my kids. Every 3 years, they get the car. Like, I just keep going down every 3 years.
It's a smart thing when you have kids. I don't believe kids should get a car right off the bat.
No.
Like, I should have never got a new car off the bat. A lot of people shouldn't. You should give a kid a $400 car, let them dent it, fucking put rotten apples in there. That's why, dog, it's just something that was, like, where I came from, the neighborhood I came from, there was no driving nice cars. That always gets attention. I'm not a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And I still don't want the attention.
Well, my neighborhood, we were cholo, so it was like fix up an old-ass car and make it look good.
Which is also a fucking crazy. Like, I had friends that would buy, like, a Mustang.
Yeah. Okay. In Jersey, they don't have lowriders, huh? And you're, huh?
Not too many.
The Italians would have tripped?
Yeah, they would have tripped. Unless it's something colorful or something like that. But we weren't big into that. Like the kids I grew up with weren't into cars.
It's a California thing, huh?
Well, the weather out there destroys cars too because they put salt on the road.
Oh yeah.
So the cars get rusty, all that shit. Like, that's big. If a car has rust, that panel's pretty much done. You could spray paint and put that Rust-Oleum and finish it up. It'll kill time. It'll buy it time. But once rust gets into that metal, you have to keep buffing it down and buff that rust.
It's like psoriasis and shit.
Yeah, it's like psoriasis. If it's 2 PM and you ain't high, go fuck yourself. Get out of my face. I want you around me like I want cancer in my ball sack. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come around here looking at me with your fucking wide eyes, thinking that I'm gonna reform. Go fuck yourself. My morning starts at 5:30 a.m. Either you're there or you're square. You know what I'm saying?